Day 139. Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Blueprints, where maybe I won't be as silly today as I was last time. Alright. We had gotten a mail order with some decent stuff. Not gonna have key problems today. So, last time I went down into the basement and I found a letter, I guess it was. I thought it was just like a little card, like a memo card or whatever that would have been attached to something else. But now that I'm looking back at it, it clearly was an envelope, and there was a prompt in the bottom left to have me go to the next page, and I failed to do so. So we will be doing that shortly. I'd forgotten to mention last time that I got to the crown in room 46 again, and I brought it to the throne room because I had been wondering if anything would happen if you brought the crown to the throne room, like tried to sit on the throne or whatever, and would like get an ending or something. Nothing happened, but I forgot to mention that I did that before. In any case, I'm going to draft some rooms, and I'll bring you back when we go downstairs. I grabbed my shovel out of coat check, and so I can go ahead and do some digging before I head downstairs. But in the downstairs area, let's return to this. To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. Alright, this time I will actually read it all. Next page. Numeric cores. What does it say at the top? The numbers that built the world, possibly? Something A? Numeric cores. By the Third Era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer being included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field, as Philip Wilkins once famously put it. This is already reminding me of in like the third grade classroom, Mrs. Peterson had a letter from Professor L. Charity or something, who was looking for information about cores, but they were missing on page 36 and 37. This is page 36. Yes. Okay. And this is not the cores of the sigils, it seems like. Steps to finding a numeric core. Take any number with 4 or more digits. Without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. Oh my gosh, so like the note inside the car in the garage, that is a 5-digit number. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in valid mathematical equations. This is why Denny was scratching crazy stuff with the 5-digit number about the layout of the mansion. Okay, so he's not just a crackpot. This was numeric core analysis that he was doing. Okay, that produces the smallest whole number possible. Smallest whole number possible. The first number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. Oh, interesting. If the result is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. The final number you obtain, that is less than 4 digits, is considered the numeric core of the larger number. For example, 18. So 8, 6, 45, 5. We put some signs in between them. And then that becomes 18, and that's the numeric core of the number. But you could split it into 4 digits multiple ways, which makes things curious. But you want to produce the smallest whole number possible. Okay, this is weird. Let's keep reading. Page 37 is here. Okay, numeric coring examples. 86455. Core equals 18. 3614. 3614 was not a safe code. But is this going to be it? Yes, that is it. The numbers that built the world of yesterday. The numbers that built the world of yesterday. Wow, okay. I'm glad I noticed in editing that there was a next page here. So, to the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. So, in the time period that this is, the foreman lost this key in like the 19 teens. That would have been Baroness Aurelia, or whatever her name was, who actually inherited Mount Holly before marrying Thomas Sinclair, I think, maybe? So, okay. Well, here's a whole nother layer of game. Again. Well, so long as I'm down in the basement, I guess I'll go ahead and pull this, because since I'm planning to try to get another basement key to bring to the tunnel today, I might as well also open the antechamber door if I'm going all the way to get a basement key, and then I'll be able to have the crown and it could be useful to me somehow. I can't remember if I showed on camera the Trophy of Sigils, but here's what it looks like. Very nice. I happened to draft the trophy room, so I was just inspecting all of my trophies. Trophy of Wealth looks nice too. Alright. Continuing onwards. Things aren't going great yet. I'm going to draft the closet on rank 8 because it's a blue room. And I just want to see if there's now a blue memo hidden in here. There's not a lot of room in the closet, and so I'm hoping that I'll be able to see it. If I were a blue memo hidden in this closet, where would I be? I would be... I would be... Blue tent says blue rooms drafted on rank 8 will have hidden blue memos, I believe is how it's phrased. Oh, I can see between the door. Oh, there it is. Right there. The closet was one of the original 46 rooms of Mount Holly. Okay, it's true. It's not very interesting. I'm hoping that they're going to be more interesting and profound than that in the future, but that's another one that I'll be able to cross off the list. And it was just peeking out like the corner of it on the floor, so I need to be ready for those kind of shenanigans. Over here, these are not super great. I'm going to spend my die to re-roll. Dining room's at least somewhat improved, and I'll continue over there. I'll try to save that bit of the passageway, I suppose. I do have a bunch of gems, so I could use this to have a bunch of extra re-rolls without having to spend my observatory stars, which isn't awful, but it's only leaving me one place to go right now. I think I'll go ahead and just take the dining room. And it sounds like dinner's already served. And remind me, you need what? A trophy room? I already have the trophy room, so that'll be worth 30, so I can go ahead and eat it now. Nom 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 nom. And then even if I hit up the weight room, I'll still be fine in terms of steps. So let's try to get around this corner. These are not very good rooms for me. I guess the electric eel aquarium is sufficient. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and redraw. We're not doing a good job of getting to the basement right now. Pool at least gives me directions to go. I guess I'll take that. Still not super thrilled. A banana. Delicious. The pool water is currently up. If I get the pump room at some point, I'll try to fix that again. Security is a blue room. It's the right shape, and it's on rank 8. So let's draw security and go looking for a new hidden blue memo, which could be anywhere. If I were going to hide a blue memo in this room... Was this cabinet always kind of like having a blue light on it? I don't particularly remember that, but I don't particularly not remember that because lots of these rooms I see every day and I've never thought about looking at them more closely again. This cabinet also has the blue light. I think I saw... No, that was just the green light there. So if I were a new blue memo hidden in this room, where would I be? Also, there are filing cabinets in here when I'm trying to figure out where the other filing cabinets are. If I ever need to figure that out again, that is a place to look. I thought for a moment I might have just gotten a prompt, but I think I lied. Okay, so there's like a whole new puzzle, which is find new stuff in each room. Oh, it's hidden behind these paintings over here. Surveillance recordings can only be accessed via the terminal located in security. Okay, I've already discovered that as well. It seems like each memo is like themed with the room that it's in, so that's kind of interesting. There still are a bunch of blue rooms in the pool yet, I imagine. So let's continue drafting here on rank 8. And see what kind of luck we can have. I've already found the memo in the drafting studio, so I guess I'll be taking the locker room next. I don't know that we're getting into the antechamber today. I guess the Great Hall could still save me. So a bunch of keys have been spread into the conference room, but now there's going to be a blue memo, quote-unquote, hidden in here. Would it be inside any of the locked lockers? And if so, that's kind of mean. Because I had a bunch of keys, but I wasn't expecting to have to spend... I think there's like 12 lockers that you can unlock. But maybe the blue memo will be hidden in plain sight, and it'll be nicer to me than that. Also, I guess that's just the outside of the locker that I'm seeing there. Looks kind of weird. But yeah, like now there's definitely more places that I need to look very carefully. Okay, well let me look around without spending any of my keys. Alright, well without spending any keys, I was unable to locate it. So perhaps we will be returning there. For now, classroom is a blue room. And it gives me the turn that I want, so yeah. Let's go looking in the classroom. I imagine it would be by... Oh, there's a filing cabinets in the classroom, too. Other places where filing cabinets could be. I imagine it'll be by the desk, and I wonder if the 9 different classrooms have 9 different blue memos, or if there's just one. But let's also just kind of glance at some obvious spots before I go hunting through the desk. Alright, I don't see the blue memo in obvious spots. And I can't really get into the filing cabinet, actually, so maybe that's not going to matter. I could imagine the blue memo being up on the wall next to the pictures. Doesn't seem to be on the wall there. I could imagine it being behind this globe. I mean, I could imagine all kinds of hiding spots. But only one of them will turn out to be correct. Or possibly 0 of them if I can't find it until another day. Doesn't seem to be here. Is it like sticking out from anybody's desk papers? Is it possible that some of these desks are liftable and I can see inside them and I've never had to interact with them before? If I pick it up, is there any chance that I would see it underneath? Oh, I think I see it. It's right here. Flag colors: green for Nuance, pink for Vera, orange for Coriarica. That's what you learn by studying all the student papers and their grades correspondingly. So we found a true blue memo. It did not help me at all in the long run, but I can cross the classroom off my list. In terms of drafting, I have to take the dark room in case I can get into the antechamber now, I believe. And so I'm going to take that, and then I'm not going to worry about what we get over here. I'll just take something that doesn't cost anything. It might even be the conservatory if we're lucky. It is the guy's bedroom. Okay, that's great. give me my dice that I will not get a little pop-up prompt about getting when you can see their dice in a box. Okay, but if I can get the Great Hall, I could still potentially get into the antechamber and get my basement key today. And there are a bunch of keys that I will find back in the conference room, and we still have 103 steps, so I'm not going to run out of steps. So everything is great. Okay, so I would like to get another blue room over here, ideally, but I've probably run out of good ones here. Study would dead-end me and close me out of a couple of... Oh, the Great Hall could only be in one spot now, which is south of the pool, actually. So I'm going to have to get some re-rolls there. So let's take the study to get the re-rolls. And also look for a blue memo now inside the study. So if I were a blue memo inside the study... And now I actually want the gems... So inside the study was D8 on the chessboard. So we do a little bit of this, and we do a little bit of that. And go yoink. And notice that there's not a blue memo in here. Alright, if I were a blue memo in this room, where would I be hiding? I see it. The chessboard in this room contains a portmanteau. Yes, D8. I'm looking for a date. Date! Also, there's a treasure map here, which might yield gems that I might actually want now. Be a bit of backtracking. Okay, so I got the blue memo out of here, and I've got my redrafting power with the diamonds, gems, whatever they are. So now I need to graft the Great Hall if I want to get in the antechamber, because the Great Hall has an antechamber lever. And so we're going to do a lot of redrawing until we get it. Spending first my dice. And then my gems. Come on, Great Hall. There was the pump room, which was interesting to me. There's a treasure trove, which is still vaguely interesting to me. Alright, only get one more redraw. The weight room has the south lever, which I can't use because we already spent the locker room. So yeah, I have to get the Great Hall, basically. Great Hall! Just in time. And I already have the foyer, so all of these doors will be unlocked. So I can simply walk up to each and click. And then go collect some goodies, as well as pull a lever. Here is the lever. So we will be able to get via the dark room into the antechamber, as well as room 46 to grab my crown. But the basement key is the thing that I want more today. And then we'll just grab whatever other goodies are here while we're hopping on by. That just leads back into somewhere. And over here we have more keys. Okay, great. Because I want to come back. Okay, so if I want to try to get the locker room stuff, am I going to be spending keys anywhere else? I only have 2 more rooms I can... I do need an extra key downstairs in the back of the tunnel where I'm going to use the basement key. Do not forget that, Brian. That's important. Okay, that said, I could totally draft this room over here. That's the wrong way. The other one. I could totally draft this room over here. Maybe I can pick the lock, or maybe there won't be one. And I would like to find more keys, ideally, and so I will take this and see if it just leads to like a spare servant's quarters or something that would give me more keys. And it did not. The showroom, I could buy the master key, except for I've spent all my gems. Right. So guess we're taking the bathroom. No reason to go in there that I've ever found in this game. Let's find out how many keys I have in the conference room. It's going to be a long walk back, but I can do it. Alright, there's a lot of resources here. So I will pick them all up. And it occurs to me that I'm a dummy and I forgot at the beginning of the day to draft the attic from the outdoor room, which I could do, or see if there's any other outdoor room that would help me. Should I do it now or later? So yeah, sure enough, attic appears here due to the blessing of the monk. And so it does make sense to draft because it could have more keys still. Oh, there's the secret garden key. That would have helped me out earlier. I guess it's not really going to help me out now since I don't have anywhere to put it. This is also unlikely to help me with anything very much, but here's some more keys. I do have a coat check, and that means I'll actually be able to workshop some things. And so maybe I will also stick something good in the coat check before the end of the day today. Compass, you're not going to be useful to me right now, I don't think. So in the workshop, I guess I could make a burning glass, but it's easy to buy an ignition source from the knight's place also. But I'll go ahead and assemble it. And I guess the power sledgehammer, actually there's something I wanted to try with the power sledgehammer. So maybe that's what I'll store in coat check actually. In any case, I might need these items after we open the next basement door, who knows, so it feels like it's good to have them. I've gotten a little turned around, but I found myself. So here's the locker room. I do want to try to find the thing I'm looking for. And I have 10 keys that I think I can use. I think I might still need one downstairs. I'm not sure it would have stayed locked or not. And there's just 2 levels on these. Well, could be like stuck to the ceiling or something too. I should make sure that I look up and don't just assume. And I should probably do the ones where I know that there's something special first. So let's do this one with 6 or 0. Did I pick the wrong one? Apparently so. It's been a while since I've done this. Here we go. So, Kirkturn is a pseudonym. The memo next to this is a lie. I already figured that, but now I finally get to know it for real. So there is the blue note, blue memo that is in the locker room. So I'll be able to cross that one off my list. Then we can wander over into the antechamber. I'll pick that up on the way back. It takes a little while for that animation to run. In the meantime, I don't know why I'm grabbing the crown. I've already drafted everything, so it's not going to help me. I have a power sledgehammer and a burning glass, and I don't know that I've been in this room with those implements of destruction before, so I guess I will spend a moment walking around here to make sure that nothing else seems interactable today. Alright, but didn't seem to be, so let's grab my basement key, and let's head back out to the tunnel and make a new discovery. Okay, Mr. Tunnel, share with me your secrets. Okay, this door did stay unlocked, so I didn't need that key. Just trying to verify. It's very dark in these corners. I don't think there's anything here, though. So, special keys. Basement key. What is here? Now there's a keycard access door. I have a keycard. It's very secure, this place. I am going to need the power sledgehammer, aren't I? Yep, I'm going to need it right there. First of all, can I use the sledgehammer here? I cannot, but this is just to distract me from seeing this. Alright, well this was fortunate that I managed to get all... Oh my goodness, and I need boiler power! Do I have the boiler room today? I can't remember if I drafted it or not. I think I gave it up when I needed something else. Yeah, so I don't have the boiler room today to activate the remote steam power unit. So I presume, given the way that other things work outside of the house, this will stay open and that will stay open. And so all I will need to do is activate the boiler room on a future day and we'll be able to come down to the tunnel. In which case, since I just used the power sledgehammer to do this, I think I'll probably end up saving the burning glass away, since if there's going to be another unexpected gate for some reason, that seems like what it might be. In terms of room geometry, like the basement's over here. That could be, we could be going to Castle Orindia, possibly. That we saw through the window, through the cogs and whatever. That would be in about the right direction for that to be. And so that might be like what the eventual outcome of all that's going to be. Okay, I want to call it a day on the break room, probably, unless I want to use the Blessing of the Monk to call it somewhere else. Is there anything else I need to do? I need to coat check an item. Is there anything else I need to do? There is. It's easy to do this some other day, but I just want to get it out of my list right now. Is the filing cabinet key still here? It was unclear to me if I consumed it opening that filing cabinet, but I don't see the filing cabinet key here anymore, and so I think I did consume it, and so I think opening the filing cabinet that contained the notes with the numeric codes, page 36 and 37, was the thing that those filing cabinet keys went to. So then I'm going to check my burning glass. I could also check the crown. If it is Castle Orindia that we're getting to, can I imagine burning glass being a door trigger? We spent a normal key, we spent a basement key, we spent a key card, we spent a power sledgehammer. I'm actually going to check the crown, because I feel like bringing the crown to Castle Orindia seems like it would be a fitting end. And I'm hoping that we've already gone through most of the safety doors that lead there. But I don't really know. Also, I can call it a day in the break room and get a key card tomorrow, or I could call it a day somewhere else if I wanted to draft somewhere else as the outdoor room. But is there a somewhere else as the... Oh, I could do the coat check. And then always have the crown there? But then I won't have a key card tomorrow, but would I need a key card tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to call it a day inside the coat check, and then I will necessarily have access to the crown outside, and then all I need to try to do next time is get the boiler room, turn on the steam power, come outside, retrieve the crown, and go downstairs, maybe, if what I'm guessing is happening is happening. So, look forward to that. But with that, let's call it a day here. And I will say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more blueprints, where the game just keeps on getting more interesting. Like, even if the crown getting to the castle is a thing, like, there's still so much to explore. I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. It's turned out to be very good. For now, bye-bye.